All right. What's up, everyone? I want to talk about the common misconception that we have in the market. Now, this is NVIDIA right here, and everyone's going to tell you that it's only 7 stocks, right? That is what everyone is telling you, that this whole story behind the market right now is it's only 7 stocks. That's simply not true. And what we're actually getting right now is market breadth and market expansion. And we're seeing expansion right before your eyes, and people are still bearish talking about only 7 stocks. We're going to look at the RSP. This is the equal weight S&P 500, bullish continuation pattern. The QQQE, the NASDAQ equal weight, also with a bullish chart pattern here. Then we're going to take a look at financials. This is not a bullish sector, right? This is typically a more defensive sector. You've got XLU with an amazing chart set up here. And I posted this analysis. We're going to break this down. It's following it perfectly. We're going to see if that continues and if this continues to the upside. We've even got XLP, okay, consumer staples. Again, not typically a bull market, a super bullish sector of the market, but we're seeing nothing but bullish setups and bullish performance from these different sectors in the market. This is a staple right here, Colgate, okay, the palm olive, right? I'm sure you guys have some of their dish soap sitting next to your kitchen sink. Look at this absolute tear that this stock has been on. Just now hitting its bullish price target to the upside. Even oil potentially has a bullish setup here with a nice rebound off of the trend line. We're going to break down all of these charts and show you guys why it's not just 7 stocks and why people are lying to you. And there's so many opportunities across the market. It's going to be a great video. Be sure to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to 10K, guys. I would appreciate it if you could help me to get there. Now, July is going to be looking like a great month. We're going to break that down. This is SPY seasonality for July. This is QQQ seasonality for July, right? And then these are the equal weight seasonality for July as well. Looks even better for the equal weight performance. So July looks like it's going to be a great month so far. Nothing's guaranteed, but we're going to break that all down in today's video. As always, the content provided is just for informational and educational purposes only. It's not intended to be relied upon as legal, financial, or investment advice. So be sure to read through the disclaimer. And if you're new to the channel, I did start a completely free newsletter for you guys. It's called Investment Intelligence. I give out free, valuable finance and trading content, and I also try to sprinkle in some free trade ideas in there. I've got some new trade ideas that I'm working up right now that are going to be published probably on Friday. So you guys can get in for next week and take a look at some of those trade ideas. There's a website associated with it. So if you don't want to sign up and have those sent directly to your email, you can just check out the website, read some of the previous articles, kind of like a blog format. And you can keep up with it that way. Or if it is something you want sent to your inbox, you can sign up for that email. There's also the Investment Intelligence Trading Group, the private trading group. There's a link to the Discord in the description down below. In there, I'm posting all of my thoughts. Okay, so I'm active in the Discord every day, much more active than I am on YouTube. In there, you get custom scripts and indicators, exclusive chart layouts, some of which we're going to actually use in today's video. There's 20 plus swing trade ideas every single week in there on average. And then exclusive intel such as unusual option activity, dark pool data, gamma levels, and much more is all available through some of the bot commands inside of the Discord. So the link to join that is in the description below as well. Let's get into the video and talk about NVIDIA, right? NVIDIA is one of those stocks where everyone's saying that, the only reason the market's going up is NVIDIA. And I'm not going to argue with you, but let's take a look at some of the recent performance. NVIDIA has been rolling over here a little bit, right? After its stock split, which is not uncommon after people buy into the hype of a stock split and the announcement of a stock split, and then the split happens, and the stock tends to just kind of react a little bit, right? And absorb some of that hype. And we're seeing a little bit of a pullback here, okay? But the market is much more bullish than people realize. And it's been very bullish for a long time, right? We're in a thriving bull market right now. Anyone who tell you that we're about to have a 20% crash or 50% crash by the end of the year is just being disrespectful, rude, and lying to you guys. I mean, that's simply not the case. Does it mean we're going to rally another 20%? No. But when I look at charts like this is the equal weight S&P 500, okay? So this is not market cap weighted. This means that this chart is not being driven by NVIDIA's gains. It's not being driven by Microsoft, Google, Apple, Amazon, all of those magnificent 7 stocks. right? They're equally weighted here. This is a bullish continuation pattern here, guys. And we've got the triangle pattern forming here. And if this breaks out, I mean, I think that QQQ, or I'm sorry, the equal weight S&P 500 is going to hit new all-time highs by the end of the year, right? I'm not saying it's going to happen tomorrow or this week, but the setup is there and it looks clean. And we're going to see, but for right now, I mean, you've got a bullish continuation triangle pattern here. And what's the continuation of the trend? Well, it's bullish, right? It's clearly up here. Same thing when you look at the equal weighted NASDAQ. Guys, this pattern right here has been the pattern of 2024, okay? It's buying the breakout in large bases, right? We've had a rally, we've got a consolidation period here, and this is a large basing bottoming pattern formation right here. A breakout here, essentially above 90, is going to put the equal weight NASDAQ to new all-time highs, right? Does that happen this year? I think so, right? I don't know if it happens right now within the next week or within the next month, but this chart looks clean. The setup looks clean. And eventually, I think that we can break this overhead supply and hit new all-time highs. Remember, these are equal weighted, okay? So it doesn't mean that NVIDIA is going to make new all-time highs. It doesn't mean that only a couple stocks are going to make new all-time. It's the equal weight, right? Look at this, financials. This is not considered one of the more, bullish sectors, right? This is an area where sometimes it can be considered defensive, right? A little bit more risk off, right? Than something risk on, buying unprofitable growth companies, for instance, right? And what do we have here? We've got the large base pattern here, right? We've got the base retesting a multi-year base level. We're dancing around it here, forming a bull flag, right? We've got bull flag consolidation here. No, can this break out to the upside by the end of the year? I do think so, right? I think that XLF can break out from this bull flag consolidation. Now, that doesn't mean that I can't have a little bit of a fake out to the downside, that we can't dance sideways more. But again, when you look and you actually study the stocks and not just read tweets, you see that it's not just 7 stocks. I mean, look at how bullish this move was to the upside. It makes a lot of sense that we're seeing a lot of consolidation here. To me, this looks great. This looks beautiful. And we want to see if we can catch a breakout to the upside in financials. What about XLU? Again, this is not one of your quote unquote risk on asset classes where you expect to see really bullish chart setups. But here we are with a very clean bullish chart setup, an ABCDE falling wedge here, right? So again, another type of triangle pattern. And we're following the analysis really well. And we're looking for a wave 3 completion to take XLU back up to its previous highs here, right around $75 to $78. And we're in this wave 3, you typically are going to have 5 waves, right? So we've got the wave 1 up, which was the breakout. We got the retest of the trend line, wave 2. Wave 3 came right up here to our zone we're targeting. Wave 4 pullback has just come down to our wave 4 levels. So if we start to see utilities bottom here recently, right, we're going to be looking to see if they can retest that 75 to 78 level to the upside. Again, it's not just 7 stocks. If the utilities are breaking out and coming up to 75, 78, throughout the rest of the year, right, that doesn't scream that only big tech and mega cap growth tech stocks are leading the way, right? Even staples, right? Another quote unquote risk off asset class, right? Something that is not generally considered risk on. What do we have? Huge multi-year base right here. Okay. And what are we seeing? We're seeing bull flag consolidation here again. So lots of bull flags, guys. We're seeing bull flags in many different sectors, many different areas. We're seeing it in the equal weighted indexes as well. And it's not just in the big market, the magnificent 7 stocks, okay, the mag 7 stocks. It's not just that. There are plenty of setups across the entire market. I mean, this is a staple right here. Colgate Palmolive. Look at how absolutely, I mean, this is pretty much a face ripper, guys. The stock went from $67 up to $98, almost in a straight line, right? Couple small pullbacks along the way, but this thing has been moving vertically. Nothing about this chart screams that it's bearish. And if I were to tell you that this was a big cap tech stock, you would probably believe it, right? If I didn't tell you that, hey, this was a staple, that this was Colgate, that this was Colgate Palmolive, you would think that this was some type of AI related name or some type of semiconductor name or something like that. And it's not. It's simply a staple. I mean, it bottomed in the 2023 bottom in October, and it's just absolutely ripped face to the upside. We've got oil here, right? Energy has also been pretty decent, okay? If you look, energy was actually the top performing sector in the market in the beginning of the year. And, that would surprise a lot of people. Now, it's definitely pulled back here, but the initial analysis that we had here was that we've got a trend line breakout. We're going to look to see if it can hold the retest and continue higher. We've had a few trades on some energy names in the Discord here recently. Oxy was a good one. XLE was a good one. I know some people traded XOM, and even some people were talking to me about XOP. So, energy has even been working here recently lately. So it's not just the Magnificent Seven. It's not just your big cap tech. There's plenty of opportunities across the market, and all it takes is, a little bit of due diligence, right? Rather than just scrolling through Twitter or looking at YouTube thumbnails where people are telling you that, this is unsustainable, that it's only 7 stocks. There are plenty of other sectors, plenty of other individual names that are moving nicely in the market, that have bullish setups, that have had, bullish movements. And this is very healthy. This is very, very healthy. And, everything about this, pretty much all just screams that we're in a thriving bull market. We're in a very healthy bull market. And, there's going to be a pullbacks along the way in a bull market, but there's no reason to think that, within the next 3 to 6 months that we're going to see some type of 20% to 50% plus crash. It's just simply not there. So I think that the best time spent is looking for charts with great setups, with charts that have, nice bases, okay? And you can look to buy the breakout on those bases, or look for charts with some bullish continuation patterns, such as bull flags, bull pennants, etc. And that's where a lot of the opportunities are. And that's where a lot of the opportunities are going to continue to be in a bull market. If you're in a bull market and you're looking at a stock that's down 30% on the year, down 20%, or just a stock that's still stuck in a complete downtrend, those are stocks you want to stay away from, right? I mean, everybody knows and hears about the term falling knife. Why even take the bother risking catching a falling knife, right? You could be a perfect trader. You could get lucky also and perfectly time the bottom in a name. But why focus on trying to catch the bottom in underperformers when you can simply just catch the trend continuation in outperformers? And that's something that I'm really interested in. And I think that a lot of other people should be interested in and really just start to, understand that concept, right? I know 2022, that bear market was the first bear market for a lot of people that entered after the pandemic. And it gets a lot of people, stuck in their ways, right? And they still feel bitterness like, oh, well, I've lost so much money in that bear market, and now everything's going up. They're angry, they're missing out, they have FOMO. And instead of buying into things that have bullish continuation patterns, they're looking to short some of the strongest names in the market. And, it just doesn't make too much sense to me, guys. I mean, look for names that have, these nice base breakouts, that have these bullish continuation patterns. And those are areas where you want to be in the market. Those are high probability trades. I've got a really good video I'm about to drop right after this one, actually breaking down the stocks that I'm looking at right now. Okay, when it comes to these big cap tech names that everyone is so fearful of, they look great for July. And I'm going to show you guys it, right? These are the facts. I mean, you look at the SPY. This is seasonality. Okay, so this is not something you have to live or die by. But on July, right, from July to August, look at the seasonal performance. This is a great month for the S&P 500. QQQ, we see the same thing. This is July right here. This period looks great for tech stocks, for the NASDAQ 100. What about equal weight? It looks amazing for the equal weights, right? July to August, this is the S&P equal weight. The seasonality looks great in July. And then the NASDAQ equal weight also looks great in July. This is that July period. Now, stock market does tend to rally around holidays. We know we've got a huge holiday in America, 4th of July, Independence Day. And so that may be a little bit of a factor, but I mean, the seasonality just looks great for the month of July. And when I look at all of these charts and I see many, many amazing chart setups and entry opportunities in lots of names across the board. And then I take a look at the broader market seasonality. I mean, it looks like July is potentially going to be a really good month, for swing traders, day traders, potentially to the upside. And I'm just looking to capitalize off of that, right? Maybe that doesn't work, right? And seasonality doesn't have to play out perfectly. But if things go according to historical data, I mean, it looks pretty good for a lot of names in the stock market right now. And I think that, there is potential opportunity in the markets in July for long positions, as long as you're looking in the right places and you're not trying to, buy the most contrarian charts. Now, if you want full access to all of the charts that I'm looking at, okay, I post as many charts as I can in the Discord. I go over ETFs, right? Different sectors of the market. I post individual equities. I go over the Magnificent Seven stocks, and many other things in there as well. Join the private Discord, okay? Join the private trading group. The link to join the Discord is in the description down below. In there, I've got over 20 plus swing trade ideas every week, custom scripts and indicators, exclusive intel, and exclusive chart layouts, right? These are some of those exclusive chart layouts that I've got, that are available for people that use Thinkorswim, which is a free trading platform. You can simply copy and paste the link to these charts, and the hard work is done. And there's dozens and dozens of other chart layouts like this to really help give you guys an edge in the markets, especially once you start to learn and understand how to use them. Don't forget to sign up for the newsletter. Okay, that's completely free. The Discord is 20 bucks a month right now, but the newsletter is completely free, and I'll try to do the best that I can to share some knowledge with you guys in that newsletter. And if you enjoyed today's video and you basically want to leave a tip or donation, you can check out my Ko-Fi page. There's a simple buy a coffee button on here, basically a way to leave a tip or donation. In that page, on my Ko-Fi page, you can also book your one-on-one coaching sessions. I do a lot of coaching and mentor sessions. You can book a 30-minute or 1-hour session on there. You can request a specific YouTube video on that Ko-Fi page and many other things. I thank you guys for watching. All right, smash the like button, subscribe, and once again, subscribe, please. Okay, I'm trying to get to 10K. There's so many BS channels out there that are just pumping garbage to you guys, right? And they're never providing you guys with any type of alpha or showing you guys how to gain an edge in the market. And that's all I really try to do in my videos, right? Is just go over some of the things that I've learned and that I use to help give me an edge when it comes to trading, most particularly in swing trading. And I don't think that, you're going to find, a lot of the stuff that I talk about very easily on YouTube, right? And you're just going to see a lot of people, saying the same things. And that's kind of the whole purpose of today's video was it's not just 7 stocks, guys. The market is not being held up by only 7 stocks. We just went through a whole layout of charts that look great that aren't, the mega cap 7, right? The magnificent 7 and those mega cap growth tech names. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you in the next one.